I think that it must be incredibly difficult to turn down. You know, you can kind of use a real life aspect of it with Liverpool, and I know I go on about it. Like, the amount of prize money we must have won over the last few years, and the amount we've actually spent must be nowhere near. Like, and I get it from a business perspective why they don't spend money, but it's so triggering as a fan. It's so triggering. You know, see what the situation 10 years. Yeah, for sure. Wasn't Saudi destroying football? I don't think it's destroying football. In fairness, I think it's, you know, I think regardless of what players they bring in, I don't think it's going to bring that many eyes across to football in Saudi Arabia, in my opinion. It's good though. I like it because, you know, you've now got a league where, you know, you've got Ronaldo in the league, you've got Kante, and to be honest with you, you're kind of getting to see players who are at the end of their career in kind of like a, I don't know, like kind of a, I don't know what the right word is. You know what I mean though, chat? I think that aspect's quite cool in fairness, but will I watch it? Absolutely not. But that's when Leicester, all TV and Champions League run money, they've just blown us on a few it's good. Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? Saudi's buying everyone. Everyone trying to, then you got 100 million for winning the Champions League for Spurs. Let's you not go on bonuses, like half of it. What do you mean? Bonuses to the player, Carl? To the players? Haaland 49. It does trigger me, the Liverpool, the FSG thing with not spending, but in fairness to them, from a business perspective, they do run the club very well, but, you know, as a fan, you obviously want your team to be winning everything, and yeah. Oh, there's a nice one. Vinicius to 5. There we go. They had a massive player-related bonuses for winning Champions League and League. Oh, rip. God, 50 million bonus. God almighty. How much does that work out then per player? 50 million. I know they won't all be on the same amount, but 50 million bonus between what, 26 players? Hey, they almost have come away with like an extra 2 million or so. Oh my god, that's disgusting. No wonder they all wanted to win the Champions League the second time round. I didn't realise they had all that. Deary me, tell you what, honestly. Yeah, obviously didn't work the second time round though, Cole. Yeah, it didn't work the second time round last year. They didn't want the bonus that time. Where it was over $1 million a player on average, mad. My first time buying like this. Do we get all the cards? Yeah, all the cards. Emre, all the cards. For VVD and it worked. Yeah, no, I agree. Well, the thing was, and that's why it's annoying, they saw what Alisson and Van Dijk did and transformed the team, but again, that was paid for off the Coutinho money. They didn't. Oh, Inter Milan, Lukaku, 5 of 10. Of more than likely to achieve their way to Champions League. How many friends have got that? The issue is, Adam, and I don't disagree, because we've been, technically, you could argue, then we've been kind of, well, if you go off that, we've been cheated, you could argue, but every team will be cheating in some way, so it's kind of one of those, and that's life, isn't it? That is life, unfortunately. Nothing is fair. To 25, rookie Garnacho. There we go. Teams like to get like 1 million and get crucified for it. It's an interesting one, isn't it? All that, but just stood in front of the goal. Nice Garnacho. Well, yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? A difficult one. To 99, Julian Alvarez. 16 did what others did, but the rules weren't there before. Yeah, I mean, once you got that level of wealth, though, you know, I would say once you hit a certain amount of wealth, and maybe people disagree here, but once you hit a certain amount of wealth, and it's a stupid amount, I'd say you're pretty much untouchable. It sounds crazy, but I think you are to a degree. You know, with things like that, where Sheikh Mansour has that much money that he can just keep going and going and going legally, and UEFA and the FA can't. You know, things like that, it's crazy. Someone being bound to win it eventually. Yeah, but in saying that, though, United have spent $1 billion, and you know they haven't won it since Fergie left. So I think it's a combination of, yeah, they've spent £1 billion or whatever, but they've had to spend it correctly, and they have had some, you know, terrible signings along the way or whatever. But I think the reality is that you know, they've done well. Like, you look at Chelsea, for example, who spent 600 or whatever. It didn't work last season. Maybe it'll work this season, but I think they've got to spend a little bit more to get there. I will talk on about maybe around 10 years. They were around talking about Chelsea would have won anything as Abramovich wouldn't have bought them. 25 Morris. There we go. Toby, 9 months resub. Thank you, Toby. I appreciate it. How you doing? You all right? Merci, merci, merci. Really hate City. 25. No, I get it. I get the frustration though. No, I get the frustration of them because I get frustrated with it as well. But I've just kind of had to come to accept. It's just the way it is, isn't it? I think we got... You look at when Liverpool won the league, I think we got extremely lucky, to be honest with you, because you look at the money other teams around us spent. I think we just hit a few gems effectively and just kind of went with it. But I don't think it's going to work this time around. I think we're going to be in a bit of trouble this season, unfortunately. I just don't see it working again. Blackburn bought a league title 30 years ago. Well, the thing is, you've got to spend money to win things. That's you know, you've got to have the best players to win a trophy. And how do you do that? You buy them. You've got to buy the best players. That's not a secret. Only I want to say transfer budget. Yeah, that's it. Encouraging to set without money. It's always short term. I don't think it's as simple as that now. I think the level of money is that high. I don't think... I'd be shocked if we ever saw like a Leicester again. I think the level of money like City and the investment they've put in there, I just don't think we'd ever see that ever again, in fairness. The 5, who we got here? Oh, nice, Militao. There's a nice one for Real. Oh, there you go, Cole. I think that's yours, right? There you go, Cole. There's your Militao. What's going on with cheating? Going down, yes you are. Hello Gaming. Going down, yes you are. You're playing QPR. But as I say though, Adam, right? And I don't know what team you support, Adam, I can't remember, but if your team was winning as much as City were winning, you wouldn't be batting an eyelid in the same way I wouldn't be, you know, you'd be loving it. And rightly so. It's a 99 Benzema. You know, us as fans can't control a thing, unfortunately. I think we all like to think we can, but a small fish in a big pond is unfortunately the problemo. Because you see, for example, like you know all the process for the glaze out or whatever, mate. They don't care. They don't even see it. Probably it's 49 Robertson. The Glazers probably don't even see there's a process or whatever. And the problem is, you know, you might get 5,000 fans outside protesting the Glazers, but then you've got 5,000 fans buying stuff on the online club store. You know, it's yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I think, to be honest with you, right, if they capped, and I don't know what you guys think here, but I think if they capped the wages and capped the transfers, I think it'd be boring. I think it'd be really boring. The thing that I've loved over the past few years as a Liverpool fan is it's the fact that I've always known that we did. It's painful to say because I think at one point I do think we were better than City on like. In a game, I'd back us to win, but realistically, I don't think we were always the underdogs, is what I'm trying to say. And I enjoyed that we were chasing them and we won it and we nearly won it again. And honestly, they were the best seasons I've seen. And I loved it. I think if it was all level and capped, it'd be boring as, to be honest with you. Gloves won't try and find weird sponsors next time, but the rules say always spend what you earn. Yeah, it's 49, Anthony. On Spurs, get Man City, it's wrapped for next season. What do you mean, Endog? What do you mean? United are borrowing the best players. Rugby captain. I just think in life you can't. I don't know. I don't think you can have it as a level playing field because nothing is a level playing field, is it? You know, which in every aspect you look at it, nothing is a level playing field, and I think, yeah. What's the fan base in the world though? Yeah. It's one of those, though, isn't it? You know, if you look at the other side of it, Adam, if Liverpool win it, everybody hates it. You know, everyone laughs at City when they win it because there's no fans. If Liverpool win it, everyone hates it because it's Liverpool fans. If United win it, I hate it because they're United fans. You can't win, really. Alvarez at 10. Chelsea win it, everyone says the same thing about City, or they bought it, or whatever, or the plastic, this, that, and the other, but you cannot find a right winner in fairness. But I've honestly, as I say, like last season, for example, that was, and I know we only won 2 dead trophies, but that was my favourite season as a Liverpool fan. That was amazing. That was that's what football's all about. That was the proper highs and lows, and I loved it. That was my favourite season. That went downhill when we moved stadiums. Yeah, I mean that happens with a lot of clubs, though, doesn't it? In fairness, when one else, right? The more people globally will lose interest over time. Yeah, don't disagree. I don't disagree there. And I think at some point as well, and it sounds bad, at some point, well, not bad, but at some point, I think United have got to win again. I think for the Premier League and for everybody involved, I think United have got to win it again sooner rather than later. I think the gap's getting a bit big now, and with how big United are, they're the team that'll bring in a lot of new viewers, and that's my opinion anyway. Yeah, it's 49 Enzo, and I hate United, but I think they're going to have to win it at some point. Because I would assume when United win the league, the amount of exposure that brings to the Premier League is probably tenfold of any other club, probably. Maybe not tenfold, but... City's got those in League One, they're a massive loyal core. It's weird how it's changed, though, hasn't it? It really has changed. Because I've been to City games, and you know what? The away fans aren't bad, but when I've been to the Etihad, it is pretty poor. Like the one that I can recollect the most was Champions League night when we were in the semi-final and we won at the Etihad, I think it was. It was so quiet. But then when they come away to Anfield, they're loud. It doesn't really make sense. James, hello, my friend. Hey, thank you for watching the video. So I haven't got one up yet, but I will do one for you. I just need to get some time to do it. I mean, the new videos coming out, James, this week will be... Immaculate. We'll do an Immaculate opening, and then we'll do a UCC opening. So that'll be this week, and I'll try and get a PC video for you. I think that'll be quite cool, right? Well, thank you for watching, James, and coming over. I hope you're doing well. Actually, down by you read the Barca breaks to Jeff. Shut up, you idiot. What's that, the Premier League Chrome? I don't know. We'll have a little look afterwards. We'll leave till Haaland leaves City. Probably. I'm good, Josh. How are you, my friend? You good? It's mainly families. All right. I'll just read again. Send out school kids. Yeah. It's mad, really, isn't it? Like, it is crazy. Do you have a card? Yes, you do, Emre. I don't know what you've got. What have you got? Emre, what spot have you got? Bonjour, Blesso. How are we, my friend? Are you good? Oh, it's a 10 auto. Rookie. Chelsea. Woo! Enzo Fernandez. 6 of 10. This is such a good set. This is such a good set, chat. Enzo Fernandez to 10 now. Wow. There we go. Enzo 6 of 10. Oh, there you go, Lego. You can't say no ortho now. Goes right up to the ground. It's going to be quite... I agree with you, Carl. I agree. However, and especially with, like, for example, I can say from a Liverpool perspective, I'd say league games, like, you know, your Sunday kickoffs at like 3 o'clock or something, it's dead. It's proper dead. But Champions League wise, I've never been to a Champions League game where the atmosphere has been quiet. Ever. Ever at Anfield. Ever. First time. No one saw Emery. Ask away. Nice card that, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Lego's done well, chat. Lego's done well. It's 49 Gabriel Jesus. Then that shows you general greatness. I think there's a lot of fans who get triggered by City because of the success, because they want their team to be doing that, and I do. It triggers me to a degree, to be honest, because I want my club to be doing that, and I know we can do that if we would have spent, you know, when we were at the top, and we would have invested, then yeah, but regardless, I disagree, Cole. You know, I disagree, and I think it's more so like your afternoon kickoffs, but I'm almost cheating. I can let Enzo autographs as World Cup. Hey, you've done Lego. You've done very well on the Enzos, haven't you? For sure. The group stage is dead, regardless. That's for the competition. True. True. I was a little bit supported the Alpha Port then. We had a lot of kids playing, yet the atmosphere was buzzing. Yeah, that's exactly it. You know. Oh. Anthony, 9 of 10. That's it. James, you know. It's a weird one, isn't it? It's a weird one. Your club, I know, Kieran, it is. We're literally, Kieran, at the moment, we're talking about... Did you know this, Kieran, right? Did you know in the Serie A, the winning club gets £20 million or something, but then Luton have just got £100 million for coming up? Did you know that? I did not know that. Lan 5-month resub. How are we, my friend? Thank you, Lan. You're a hero. How are you? That's not greatness. I would say it is. I honestly think that Man City side goes down as the best team in Premier League history. Unfortunately, whichever way you look at it, you know, you've got to put the financials of it aside because nobody can control that, and you've got to play what's in front of you, you know. Like, at the end of the day, nobody... The league titles we could have won over the years would probably be stupid amounts, and I wouldn't want them. City won them fair and square. I don't want them. I don't want them. You know, I definitely do not want them. At the end of the day, right? As a fan, you can't control the thing. Yeah, City cheap money-wise. Hypothetically. And I've used Liverpool as an example before, because it means then that people won't say, oh, but you got a biased opinion, whatever. 100% in my opinion, the seasons where we nearly won the league, won the Champions League, 100% the players were on something. There's no way they weren't. They had to be on something, because you know, the running and everything per game was ridiculous, and that's another way of cheating. Every team must cheat. There's no way they don't. It's 49 Garnacho, they've got to cheat. Every team cheats, because you're looking for that extra yard, aren't you, to try and, you know, win it or whatever on something. They must have been, though, Merc, you know. You look at the running stats for the team, it doesn't make any sense. Then we drop off for a season. It happened like 2-3 years ago in lockdown. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. They were definitely on something. I don't know what it was, whether it's, I don't know. Oh, I'm getting Champions League going. Yeah, true. I was having the next one to get back involved. After this, bless her, we're into Premier League Chrome. I owe this for Danny's lost it. What do you mean he's lost it? Vinny 1 of 1 to 5, that one. How many loopholes there are. And I think whether, you know, you cheat, you know, through monetary, you know, you cheat through spending or whatever, or you cheat through the players doing whatever, you know, that's just the way it is. Former President Cities. And don't get me wrong, I agree, but I also disagree, because I agree with some aspects of it, but I disagree. The numbers, the consistency, the records broken by that Manchester City team shouldn't be overlooked. Yes, they've spent a lot of money, but the way they've done it and consistently done it, they broke 100 points before. They've won the Premier League 5 out of 6 seasons, which is incredible, by the way. Incredible, by the way. You know, they've won endless FA Cups, whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think that can be overlooked. And you've got to understand as well. Yeah, they've spent money, but you've got to manage that money as well. You've got to manage those players coming in. It's not as simple as just buying the best players in the world and managing them. It's not as simple as that. You look at Paul Pogba, for example, when he went to United. Absolute catastrophe. Catastrophe. And I would argue he probably was one of, if not the best midfielder in the world at one point. He was unbelievable. It's that's my opinion anyway. When Abramovich came into Chelsea, there was no spending machine at all. Abramovich spent a lot. Then when he started doing something, they bought him rules store. Oh really? I didn't know that. Going to Anfield for the first time. Oh, nice, Nick. Any advice? Enjoy it. Enjoy it, my friend. Go early. Go early and enjoy the atmosphere. What a W, my friend. Do you know what game you're going to, Nick? Oh, enjoy it. It's a lovely one. It's fantastic. Yeah, just make sure you get there early and enjoy it. Then I'm going to stay after about 600 to get. Well, that's it. You know, they've done the title taken off them. Are you baiting, Gavin, or are you being serious? Well, I'll shoot again in advance. Well, that's it, Mike. Well, that's it, you know. I think cycling's a little bit different because it's not as complicated, really. Well, I would hope that when Lance Armstrong had everything taken off him, the guy who came second didn't get it up, then that's dead strange. But, whatever way you look at it, Mike, you know, you look at, Gatlin or whatever his name was, the sprinter. He cheated. Everyone cheats, you know. They all cheat. Anyway, highlights. Alvarez, Vinny Jr., Enzo Garnacho, and Militao. Appreciate it, people. Boom. Premier League Chrome time. Many others we won't call. That's exactly it, you know.